welcome into Prop 5 here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. I'm Ethan Skolnick. You can follow me at Ethan J. Skolnick and at 5 Reasons Sports. Got our guy David Eversole. You can follow him at David W. Eversole. Make sure you sign up to PrizePicks using the code 5, F-I-V-E. Get that initial deposit matched up to $100. It is back in the state of Florida now, so you can find it there in Florida. Again, they've got their new arena game. It's pretty cool. You can play up to 4 players together from the different sports. You get them all, you win. There are other ways to win as well. So check it out. Set your lineup on PrizePicks. Use the code FIVE. Again, that's FIVE at PrizePicks.com. All right, let's get to it, David. Got 2 things to get to. An NBA game. Let's start here with the Knicks and the Pacers. Knicks trying to close this thing out, even though they're a skeleton crew at this point. I just think this is the game where Tom Thibodeau leans into Josh Hart even more. 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I'll go over there. And look, Tyrese Halliburton just hasn't been very good in this series. Looks like he's worn down over the course of the season. I'm going to go under on him.
He just dropped the PRA on Hart to 32, which is even better.
Even better. And then Halliburton, I'm going to go under. I think on his rebounds and assists is what I choose to go under on today. So I'm going to go under on Halliburton, over on Hart. What would you play in this game?
Well, first of all, you just want to point out real quick that you can see the Demons and Goblins now in Florida.
Yep.
For the moment. So, you can factor those into consideration with your lineup. It will adjust the payouts, obviously, based on how many of those players that you use, either the Demons or the Goblins. But looking at this team, like you said, is kind of you're looking at the second and third tier guys. So I'm going to go to Alex Burks for the Knicks. He's at 11 points. That's a nice number. That number actually bumped up. But I took him over this 13.5 points in rebounds.
Okay.
His numbers over the last 3, I mean, he's been, pretty solid on both ends of the floor, and he's scoring over that alone. So I like him at 13.5 points plus rebounds. And on the Pacers side, I'm going to take Andrew Nembhard over 9.5 points.
Okay, so Nembhard over 9.5. Let's pivot over to the Panthers here. Sam Reinhart. I'm going to go over. You mentioned the Demons and the Goblins. I actually like him over the 3.5 shots. He had a big shot game in the last game.
8 in the last game.
Yep. Yeah. Now he was 3-3 the previous games, but I'm going to play it over tonight. We know how well they play in this building. I think they get the shots going. They get the offense going here a little bit. I'll play Reinhart over 3.5. What do you see on the Panthers side?
I mean, you look at this game, I think the Panthers want to close them out tonight and not bring all that pressure in the home ice in Game 7. They've actually been better on the road in this series versus at the Amarin Center in Sunrise. So I'm going to lean on the captains. Tkachuk has kind of been invisible in this series after he kind of got things started early in terms of setting the tone physically. But I'm going to take the captain, Barkov, over. He's just at 2.5 shots. Okay. You can't really play too much into these last 5 numbers with him. I feel like in the big games, he steps up. You look what he did in that game 2 when the Panthers needed him. He responded. So I feel a similar type scenario with him tonight. And I'm going to also look at Bobrovsky. Boston hasn't really been getting shots on goal, but I think in front of the home crowd, they're going to be a little more energetic on the offensive end early in the game and try to get an early goal by Bobrovsky. But he's been a little up and down in this series. I think we get a solid game from Bob tonight. I'm going to take him over on this 23.5 saves. I think both Boston picks up their offensive intensity, and I think Bobrovsky is going to be very sharp in this game.
All right, so play Bob over. Those are our Panthers picks tonight. Play Pacers Knicks. And again, use that code FIVE. Again, get that initial deposit matched up to $100. Have a good weekend, although we'll probably see you tomorrow. Have a good one, guys.